What's up, guys? This is Corey. Welcome to CNA Films and Animation. Today I'm going to be talking about a viewer-requested movie, this one coming from the year 2011, Melancholia. So, Melancholia was directed by Lars von Trier, whose other works, he's done quite a few movies, but the one that I recognized was Antichrist, and it also starred Kirsten Dunst, Charlotte Gainsbourg, John Hurt, and Kiefer Sutherland. So basically, the film follows Kirsten Dunst. She just got married to a guy named Michael, and she is going to the wedding reception. She's sort of having a fun time, but then again, she's not really. And then she starts kind of going into a very deep depression in the midst of the reception, and this all follows a distant planet that was hiding behind the sun is coming toward Earth, and they're not sure if it's going to hit Earth or just fly by. So, in all honesty, this movie was pretty good. This film felt like two different films. It's broken up into two parts. Part 1 follows Justine, who is Kirsten Dunst's character, and then Part 2 follows Claire, who is Charlotte Gainsbourg's character. So Part 1 mainly focuses on the wedding reception. It follows Kirsten Dunst, and she's acting strange. At first, she's all lovey-dovey with her new husband, but then, slowly but surely she starts kind of going into this state of depression, and she does things that isn't typical. I'm not going to spoil anything, but she just is acting very strange. And then in the second part, as I said, it mainly focuses on Claire and her husband, who is Kiefer Sutherland, and they're trying to take care of Kirsten Dunst, who is in a heavy state of depression at this point. The wedding reception is over; it's the day after, and there's talk that this distant planet, Melancholia, is heading toward Earth and may impact it, which would kill everybody. Whether it does or doesn't is for you to find out. As I said, it does feel like two different movies. The first half, I was pretty sure I knew where it was going, but then the second half happens, and it just kind of was like completely different from the first half. And I think that's why it's broken up into two different acts or parts or whatever. I will say this, that the first 8 minutes or so of this movie really kind of sets the tone for the film. It mainly showcases slow motion images of people running or various things happening. Sometimes it's completely related to what you see later in the film. Other times it's not really related at all. But, overall, it does very much set the tone of the film. This is a little bit of a slower-paced film, but overall I would say that it is a very interesting film. I honestly couldn't tell you where it was going to go from throughout the film. I was relatively surprised where it went in places, but, I do think that a major fault of the film is that the tone shift between the two acts is very noticeable. The first act is it moves very well. It's quickly paced, I'd say. A lot of interesting conversations, a lot of interesting character studies and stuff. But then you move on to the second half, which turns to more of a sci-fi. And then it just kind of goes to a much slower paced part of the film, and it is interesting still, but it's not nearly as interesting as the first half, I felt. So the cinematography and the editing in this film are phenomenal, especially the cinematography. It's very beautifully shot, a lot of great visual effects, and just a lot of really eye-pleasing moments throughout the film. The acting is also very good in this film. Kirsten Dunst gives a fantastic performance, as does her sister, Charlotte Gainsbourg. And, Kiefer Sutherland's always good, and so was John Hurt, who plays Kirsten Dunst's father. He only appears in the first half, but he was very good in the film. This film is currently streaming on Netflix. If you get a chance and if you're interested, I do recommend it. Like I said, it's a very beautifully shot film. A lot of great performances. The tone shift does feel awkward in places, and it kind of took me out of it for just a little bit. But overall, I do think that it is a very effective film. It's pretty good. Overall, I think I'll give Melancholia a 7.8 out of 10. Again, very good film, a lot of great visuals and great acting. Just kind of, the tone shift really kind of took me out a little bit. And, it really did feel like two separate films. So tell me guys, have you seen Melancholia? If you have, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What'd you think of the characters? What'd you think of the story? What'd you think of the writing? The visuals? Comment below, let me know. Love to hear your feedback. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Be sure to check out our other videos. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And as always, I am Corey, and I will see you guys in the next one.